Howdy folks, I've revisiting the M9 gimbals on the Taranis. I need to open up my radio again so that I can switch these switches around. I also discovered, thanks to an observant viewer, that FrSKY actually provide a little screw here so that you don't have to remove that little spring on the lever for the throttle. I'll show you how that works. We removed the little spring off this lever here, but FrSKY actually provide a little screw here that sort of disables the action of that lever, sort of holds it up out of the way. Make sure you drop it into an awkward spot. There we go. Screws all the way through and sits on a little plastic rest on the other side, and that just holds that lever up away from the throttle stick action. There we go. So that, if we still had the spring on there, which I've lost of course, that would hold that up out of the way. What I might do is just blob a little bit of hot glue on there so that the lever doesn't flip up out of the way. And what I also need to do is mark the orientation of these switches because I got them around the wrong way. Now I know that the brown wire has to be up in this situation, so I'm going to put a bit of text across on there so I never forget it. And the other one there, brown wire up, put a little text across. Now I'll show you some of the other mods that I've done to this radio to make it more useful for me. I've switched the momentary switch and the two-position switch so that I can use the momentary switch for discus launch gliding on the left-hand side, because I launch with my right hand. I've also done the removable antenna mod, mainly because I broke off the antenna. This is my original Taranis. So what I had to do was buy this little extension lead SMA at the top and a little micro FL connector on the other end, which I had to cut off and solder on very carefully here. That was a bit scary, but it seemed to work really well. Now I can remove that antenna if I need to and replace it with a higher gain one, or whatever I need to do. So now I'm going to put it all back together and take it out for a fly and compare it with my other Taranis that has the normal gimbals. First up, I'm going to try the standard gimbals on my workhorse Taranis. I've fixed my Bixler, so should be ready to rock and roll. So let's give it a go. So this is totally normal for me, feels wonderful, flying just the way I like it. Throttle lever's a little bit sticky maybe. Bixler's flying beautifully. Time to try the other gimbals. Now what I'm going to have to do is rebind the Bixler to my other Taranis. Alright, I've got exactly the same model because I transferred them using OpenTX Companion. I may have to trim it up a little bit. Let's see. Do a bit of trimming and oh yeah, it feels very nice. Got the throttle set a lot lighter on this one, so that makes a bit of a difference, but oh yeah, the gimbals felt silky smooth. They feel like they're oil damped or something. Beautiful. I'm still got the trim right now, I think. Still rolling a bit. Now I'm right.
Alright, I didn't really think it'd make a big difference, but it feels very, very nice. Very smooth. More precise, I'd have to say. I'm surprised. I really like it. Yeah, the gimbals, they just feel smoother. Almost like they're floating in oil or something like that, rather than what it is a contact scraping across a resistor, I suppose. These Hall sensor gimbals are magnets producing an electrical field that's being picked up by the sensor. I think I may have the throttle set a little bit too light. I could probably get used to it. Very, very light. Just used to a bit more positive or a bit more resistance in the throttle, but yeah, maybe it's good. Silky smooth they feel, these gimbals. I really like them. They kind of feel more, they call them high precision, and they actually do feel very high precision. A lot more accurate, finer resolution, I suppose you'd say. Woohoo! Oh, dizzy. So the wrap up, I absolutely love these gimbals. They are very, very smooth. I really didn't think I was going to notice that much difference, but it just feels smoother, much smoother, more accurate too. So believe the hype, they are worth getting. Thanks very much to Banggood for sending them for the review. I really, really love them. Purchase links in the description, and thanks for watching.